Blow up your ancient empires. Blow them up. Here's why. Your ancient empire should be a baffling puzzle, not a Wikipedia article. If your world's ancient past isn't mysterious and elusive, a graveyard of tantalizing questions, unexplained phenomena, and priceless relics, then what purpose does it serve? Why should your players or readers care? I'm Janet, a professional game writer, published author, and co-founder of Worldbuild. Not only that, I grew up in an archaeological trench, so when it comes to ancient civilizations, I know my APCs. Apocalypses, blow-ups, and cataclysms. So let's make your world history a fascinating mystery. By the end of this video, you'll have 5 interesting ways to destroy your ancients like a wrathful god. And I'll share tools to make sure your players and readers are dying to know what really happened. I'm not a violent person, I promise. So why am I advocating for the annihilation of your world's ancient empires? Well, abrupt and dramatic ends to civilizations are an incredible way to create mystery and drama in your world's present day. Think priceless treasures, world-shattering truths, and global threats lurking just beneath the surface of your world building like a sleeping elder god. Let's start with dungeon delving, because fallen ancient civilizations are where many of your mysterious ruins come from. Just think about what your mysterious ancients left behind. Tombs, ruined temples, weird laboratories, griffin aviaries. The choices you make will give tiny glimpses into an ancient society, what they valued, how they decorated, who they worshipped. Allowing your players and readers to explore these strange environments together is half the fun. And Worldbuild's Secrets feature is a great way to hide and share information. As your players delve into these ruins, you can conceal secrets from your players until they discover them. Then reveal these secrets so players can reference them later as needed. And speaking of treasure, what about irreplaceable artifacts waiting to be discovered? The Dwemer of Elder Scrolls are one of my favourite lost empires because nobody knows what happened to them. They are mysterious AF. These technologically advanced dwarves, because let's face it, that's basically what they are, left behind whole mechanized cities after they vanished, with no explanation. Their relics are even more precious because the knowledge to recreate them has been lost. If this civilization disappeared gradually, those relics might have been sold off, or melted down, repurposed, or what have you. But a dramatic end, a sudden end like this, means they're waiting in situ, as the archaeologists say, and ripe for your loot-happy players and protagonists to discover. But what if treasure wasn't the most valuable thing waiting for them? Because beyond treasures, ancient empires can hide explosive truths just waiting to shatter your status quo. In Dragon Age, the rise and fall of the ancient elven kingdom of Elfhanan has implications for all of Thedas. When the true story of the world's origins is revealed, it has the power to devastate organizations like the Chantry, while also changing how the often oppressed elves view themselves. These reveal moments can shake up the status quo of your world. Imagine if you revealed that the gods were really just mortals who descended, or that magic is made from nanites. These reveals can herald a climax in your campaign and have era-changing consequences. Will your heroes reveal what they know, or participate in the conspiracy? These kinds of decisions are the weighty moments of epic adventures, ones your players will remember for years to come. But if you're not ready to turn your world upside down, how about foreshadowing impending doom from the past? Protheans from Mass Effect disappeared millennia before the game starts. Milky Way civilizations eventually learn the advanced Prothean tech underpinning their society, like the Citadel and the Mass Relay Network, are actually left behind by the Reapers, a galaxy-spanning threat that annihilated the powerful Protheans. Sure, the Reapers are gone, for now, but their very material presence in the galaxy lingers on in their tech, looming large and threatening over modern civilization. It's a masterpiece of tonal world building and foreshadowing. You could achieve the same effect with giant statues, a magical heritage, or a series of teleportation gates, any of which could awaken and bring disaster with them. But what if you want to fill your players with awe and wonder, to capture their curiosity? Not everything left behind by the ancient empires has to be disastrous. The Nethril from Forgotten Realms in D&D were a magocracy, so powerful they had floating cities. When their goddess of magic died, the whole civilization came crashing down. Literally. These ruins are time capsules of wonder from an era when the impossible was an everyday occurrence. They're a fabulous place to explore. So these are all compelling reasons to blow up your ancient empires. But how? Well, here are 5 fun suggestions to unleash your inner vengeful god. How about pulling from our history and creating a Bronze Age collapse? In this scenario, a perfect storm of natural disasters like earthquakes or volcanoes, combined with military conflicts to stress a fragile interdependent society on the breaking point. In other words, throw a bunch of minor disasters at them all at once, let the cascade failure commence, and it all unravels. Or perhaps you want to take a leaf out of Elder Scrolls. A mysterious disappearance, like the Dwemer. The entire species vanished after a battle, and while it's not clear exactly how or why, it happened instantly. This leaves truly eerie ruins where everything is left exactly as it was the moment everyone blinked out of existence. Were they raptured? Was it a magical nuke? A lightning-fast technoplague? Nobody knows. And nobody knows if it could strike again. Sometimes your world just falls to pieces. Whether it's an asteroid impact, magic or science gone horribly wrong, or a celestial inconveniently using your world as an incubator, the shattered world trope appears in many books, movies, and games. Often in these stories, the ancients represent a more innocent world that was whole and unbroken. Or, in Pathfinder's world of Golarion, the Aslantean and Thessalonian empires were brought down by their own vengeful gods, in a swarm of continent-sinking meteors that blotted out the sun for 1,000 years. Because sometimes a world builder just wants to wipe it all out and start over. I'm sure none of you can relate. And speaking of gods, maybe they ascended, like the Alterons from Stargate, leaving behind all that pesky mortal crap. They might even leave behind technology so advanced, it seems like magic. Arthur C. Clarke, anyone? And best of all for you as the storyteller, transformation, instead of destruction, means they can still influence the world in mysterious, indirect, and spooky ways that will give your audience the chills. And if you're worried about keeping track of all this complex history for your world, that's what World Anvil's timelines were made for. Use timescale mode if you want to show off how far into the distant past these earth-shattering events happened. Or you can use list mode to keep it simple as you figure out the details. So there you have it, a compelling reason to unleash your inner vengeful god as explosively as possible. And you have an excuse. It'll bring deep mystery, pockets of wonder, and strange, unreplicable cool stuff to your setting. And it's just darn fun. Kronk, just pull the lever. Wrong lever! If you're more interested in what happens after things blow up, and you'd like to learn how to world build a better apocalypse, check out this video. It'll transform your understanding of post-apocalyptic settings and help you build something that is so much more than the tropes. Don't forget to like and subscribe to get more world building advice, and drop a comment to let me know which topics you'd like me to cover next. What are you struggling with as a game master or a world builder? Then grab your hammer and go world build.